happy hour, and I am going to shamelessly self-promote myself, but also stuff with my friends, because that is why people come on here, not just to share in the glory that is me, although you do, but to share the glory that is the work you are making, to tell people about what you're doing with your life, and even just say, hey, cool, I found a neat dog, and he does tricks, and I wrestled him on the street corner, and I don't even know whose dog he is, except he might be his own dog. And that's, you know what, that's good advice for all of us. Be your own dog. So just to catch everyone up, I ran 2.23 miles today. Yep, 2.23 miles. Yes, all of you should go 2.23 miles today. But beyond that, we have a wonderful show here tonight, and we're coming to you live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are bringing in my friend, the Dame of Danger, Kitty Kaos, and she's also going to tell us about fun drinks. And we have one of my most especial favorite Renaissance Fair bands, Drunk and Disorderly. They are the Foxy Bod, they are Twig, and possibly even Quinn, who knows? But let's bring everyone into the show right now. We have Kitty Chaos, we have Twig and the Foxy Bod, we have Drunk and Disorderly. We're all drunk and disorderly tonight. Hooray!
Almost. I haven't made my cocktail yet.
Oh, no, that's all right. Yeah. I already have a nice
I'm also trying to share your thing on my phone, and it's not working. I want to share Shakespeare with the world.
Turn your phone off, because you are digitizing something crazy.
Turning it off. Turning it off. It's off.
But friends,
is it working?
No, you're still digitizing. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's grand. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Friends at home, if you would like to...
Not worrying.
All right. Friends at home, if you would like to support this show, as well as Shakespeare's Coffee Break and everything else I do, you can do so by going to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare, or go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Shakespeare. But friends, Kitty Chaos, how are you doing tonight?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am grand. Oh, it's actually mid-afternoon for you over there.
Yeah, it's 2:30.
out in the desert lands.
Mm-hmm. And it's so hot. Oh my God.
Yeah. I saw yesterday it was 100 degrees by 11 a.m.
Yeah. It's got, I think today might get up to 100 or something like that. Hooray!
Oh, it's snowing right now where I am.
Nocturnal.
Oh, you should.
It's snowing now.
It's snowing for me right now here in upstate New York.
Oh, crap. That means it's coming towards us.
Oh, boy.
Because it's May 8th. So it's 100 degrees out in Arizona. It's snowing here in New York. That means the killer hornets, the murder hornets, are coming for us, obviously. Oh, goodness gracious. Friends, Foxy, I keep wanting to call you something else, but you're not anymore. I mean, you're internally.
That's all right.
You might
I can still do that at the right time of night during the full moon.
But Foxy, you are having look like you're already drinking. And Twig, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm also starting on the drinking.
Oh, excellent! Very good. Very glad to hear it.
I want to get started drinking, so I want to make the first cocktail.
Yeah, you want to do it right away.
Just 'cause I didn't plan ahead. That actually, my cat's trying to get in. I'll be right back.
So all right, Kitty Chaos is not going to make the first cocktail right now. So in that case, Foxy and Twig, Drunk and Disorderly, would you like to start us off with a song before we do anything else?
Yeah, let's do a song. Let's do that. Why not? Why not?
Start us off with a song here, and Kitty will get herself prepared.
Oh, I don't know.
I've got an idea. If you'd like it.
What is that?
How about we just start off with Donnybrook?
Oh, sure.
Because we were going to do Donnybrook at some point, and then we decided not to.
Yes.
Well, let's do it anyway. Let's do it now, shall we?
Yes.
Hopefully this will work.
Let's pray that it does.
One, two. 1, 2, 3. A row, a ruction, a fracas and a fray, a rough and tumble free for all, a bird of all a Malay, a ruckus to be reckoned with, and now without delay, we're taking the road to the Donner and down to march in the last parade. A row, a ruction, a fracas and a fray, a rough and tumble free for all, a bird of all a Malay, a ruckus to be reckoned with, if anyone wants to dare, we're taking the road to the Donner and down to the Donnybrook affair. I will go, I'll meet you there, I will spend a week or two with you at the Donnybrook Fair. I will go, I'll meet you there, but the council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. The council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. For license, for action, whatever be a pleasure, the council's always up in arms to try and take it away, hey! Play the harp, play the fiddle, play the whistle too. Bang the drum and use the lungs to get the message too. But you fight, you might get tired and feathers abound, say a prayer. Listen for the abolition of the Donnybrook Fair. A row, a ruction, a fracas and a fray, a rough and tumble feet for all, a bird of brother Malay. A ruckus to be reckoned with if anyone wants to dare. We're taking the road to the Donner and down to the Donnybrook affair. I will go, I will meet you there. I will spend a week or two with you at the Donnybrook Fair. I will go, I will meet you there. But the council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. The council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. All right, pleasure, whatever be a pleasure. The council's always up in arms, so try and take it away. Hey, now normally we would have a fiddle or maybe a flute, but instead we've got this thing. It's the secret weapon. Isn't it gorgeous? Let's try some dynamics. Ooh, piano. Forte! Hurrah! A ruction, a fracas and a fray, a rough and tumble feet for all, a bird of all a Malay. A ruckus to be reckoned with, and now without delay, we're taking the road to the Donner and down to march in the last parade. A row, a ruction, a fracas and a fray, a rough and tumble feet for all, a bird of all a Malay. A ruckus to be reckoned with, if anyone wants to dare, we're taking the road to the Donner and down to the Donnybrook affair. I will go, I will meet you there. I will spend a week or two with you at the Donnybrook Fair. I will go, I will meet you there. But the council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. I will go, I will meet you there. I will spend a week or two with you at the Donnybrook Fair. I will go, I will meet you there. But the council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. The council's up in arms, they aim to take it away, I swear. The sheriff's always up in arms to try and take it away. Hey!
Oh my goodness, yes, well done. No, it was Drunk and Disorderly. You can support them by going to coffee.com/thefoxybard, ko-fi.com/thefoxybard. And we are here on Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. Oh, we have
the audio come out all right.
Oh, yeah, everything sounded amazing and
We
beautiful.
figured out technology.
We did it!
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I love me some kazoo.
I am so proud of you.
Eventually, we will get the period kazoo.
We should get
Yeah.
kazoo.
Oh, my goodness.
Period kazoo. We're getting one.
Yes. So I'm sorry I keep messing with how the screen looks. I'm trying to get the perfect blend of having live, and all the rest show up all at the same time. Shakespeare's Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. But I do hope all of you at home are enjoying the show. This right here looks good when I'm talking as the main person. So I think let's stick with that for a bit. So I do hope all of you are enjoying the show right now. And you can support the show, but also support my artists here tonight. Everyone is a working artist in the Renaissance Fair world, and also burlesque and variety, and performing in clubs and bars and whatnot. So, or we would be if we weren't all at home. So do support the artists on the show tonight. And I'm going to work also to get your comments into the show. But also make sure that you support Drunk and Disorderly. Go to coffee.com/thefoxybard, ko-fi.com/thefoxybard. And before we do anything else, I think it's time to have our first drink. What say all of you? Time for our first drink?
First drink?
Yes, excellent. All right, very good. So Kitty,
I want to apologize. Hey, I want to apologize for running away earlier because at that moment, my cat was scratching at the door because that's how she lets us know that she wants to come inside, and it's really high pitched, and I didn't want that happening. I didn't know if you guys could hear it, so I was like, I'm just gonna take care of that now. But like right before that, I was like, hey, pay attention to me now. Oh wait, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, that is perfectly fine. And in fact, it's always a joyful thing for me when my cat comes into the show, because this is effectively a glorified Zoom meeting, but with extra captions and in pictures and whatnot on the screen. So whenever anyone's pet comes on, I believe the show should be all about that.
Yeah, and everybody knows that the internet loves cats.
Exactly, it makes all the views go up. But Kitty Kaos, how about you tell us all about the drink that you are working on right now?
Okay, so as you know, I'm from New Orleans, and I wanted to come on and
know, she's from New Orleans.
Yeah. Oh, in case you didn't know, I'm not there now, but that's where I'm from. And you were talking about, can you make a cocktail? Like what drinks do you know how to make? Drinks I know how to make
nothing.
Right. Well, you're more of a coffee man, right?
I really am.
Yeah. So drinks that I know versus what I actually have in the house are very different things. So I thought I would start by talking about the most famous drink, cocktail in New Orleans, the Sazerac. There's all kinds of the Sazerac. You never heard of a Sazerac?
No, spell it for me.
It sounds like something out of the D&D universe.
It does. I fought a Sazerac before. It's really scary. The whole party died.
Down the door, and you encountered a Sazerac. What do you do? Roll for initiative.
All right. So how am I spelling this?
Sazerac. I really hope that's correct.
All right. Let's see. Hashtag fight the Sazerac.
Somebody tell Paulo he's got to invent a monster now.
Oh, Paulo's watching. I guarantee you, Paulo's probably watching.
It's got to be drunk, and I don't know. We'll work on it.
It sounds like
it's definitely drunk and red, and it has a lemon in it.
Absolutely. So tell us about the Sazerac.
With a lemon in it. Okay, so I don't have Sazerac hands, so I'm just gonna fudge it. It's like when you were a kid and you made a mud pie. Did you do these mud pies when you were a kid?
Yes, I used actual mud.
Right. Well, duh, because you're a kid. You're not trying to do actual baking. So you just take stuff from your yard and you're like, okay, well, here's the mud, and we'll put in some leaves and some bugs and the seasoning and everything. So this is gonna be a mud pie Sazerac. So
I like this.
You need an old-fashioned glass. That's what you make them in. I don't have that, but I do have a Marie Antoinette champagne flute. Do you know why that these? Do you know? I don't know if this is really true, but the mystery of
what? No, well, first off, cover your language. All right, the show is still PG. But
did I say something?
No. Creepy. I mean, Foxy did. No. As we all learned in the film Stardust. That's how I learned all of my knowledge. The champagne glass is modeled after the bosom of the late lamented Marie Antoinette. Yes.
Mine are bigger than hers.
Feeding a bit.
It doesn't really fit. But
yeah, apparently it was the left bosom.
Oh, that's the bigger one. That's my bigger one.
Ah, interesting.
They're
things
not all
I never knew.
the same size. Yeah.
Nope. Things I never needed to know. Cool.
Wait, yeah, no, that's the bigger one. Okay, so mud pie, old-fashioned glass. And so things that is most important, my favorite part of Sazerac is you line the glass with absinthe. So you pour some absinthe, kind of roll it around and dump it out. I have absinthe, but I have Red Bull. Absinthe makes me weird, Red Bull makes me weird. So I'm gonna pour some Red Bull in and kind of slosh it around a little, and then pour it out. So now the glass is lined with absinthe. And then, okay, so here's also what's wrong is you're supposed to mix all the other ingredients and then put them in another glass over ice, and then pour them back in after you do the absinthe thing. But we're fudging it. We're mud pieing it. So next we're going to use whiskey or bourbon. I don't have whiskey or bourbon, so I'm going to use rum.
So you have
rum.
none of the ingredients. You have none of the ingredients of the Sazerac. You are indeed genuinely #fighting the Sazerac.
Yeah.
It's LARPing the Sazerac. You know, when you got so much foam and leather armor that's made of plastic, that's LARPing the Sazerac right there.
All right, she's LARPing the Sazerac. All right.
Sazerac LARP. Right. I love it. Okay.
One of our viewers right now says this is actually a wonderful mimic of the Sazerac that you're making, because many people here are loving the Sazerac. She says he concedes that the Sazerac in a D&D parlance would actually be a mimic type of monster.
It is now.
It is. I think that's a rule. All right.
So I started off wrong. I'm not going to start with bourbon whiskey. I'm going to start with the sugar cube. So you put a sugar cube, and some people put in water to muddle it or not, but I don't have sugar cubes, but I have grenadine.
More things. There is not a single ingredient that is the same. Not the glass, not the sugar cubes.
No, but because of the grenadine, it's going to come out the right color.
That's amazing.
So
I feel like this will somehow still weirdly taste properly.
Is that how it works?
It looks like a Sazerac, so therefore.
Also, Kitty, the producer of the Connecticut Renaissance Fair, Brian Harvard, says, okay, you're invited to his place. He will make you a proper Sazerac.
Oh, that's wonderful. I do love a good Sazerac. I know this isn't a proper Sazerac. We're doing make-believe. We're LARPing. Okay, so my
amazing.
Is huge. I wasn't paying attention when I started pouring it in there, so this is gonna be really sweet. Okay, so then you muddle the sugar cube. Then let's do the bitters next. Okay, so the bitters is very important. It should be oh crap! Oh, I'm a bad New Orleans girl. I can't remember his name. It's Antoine Parno. Somebody in the comments will know. But he made his very own bitters. He was like an apothecary in 18 whatever when he invented this drink, and he made his own bitters. And so that's the bitters you're supposed to use. I can't believe I forgot his name. It's like, I know it ends in the Arnaud sound. Anyway,
not
which
important.
ends with a D. Well, what?
No,
I said not important.
Leonardo, like an idiot.
It's the O sound that ends with a D because it's New Orleans.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's how New Orleans works.
Right. So I don't have that proper type of bitters. This is like orange bitters.
All right. Brian is saying, is it Angostura bitters?
No, it's Antoine, and then it's Parno, Arno. O is A-U-D.
All right. Interesting.
I'm such a bad girl.
It's really nice French
I'm
wine.
so sorry, New Orleans. I'm sorry. Okay.
New Orleans is just saying, no, you can't come. Nope. Because we know how we know how very particular they are on all of their rules in New Orleans. It's like no. All right, you can come in. Just
shame on me. Okay. So now let's put the
here we go.
In.
We have the word. Thank you, internet. We have the word. It is Péchaud.
Péchaud. There it is. I thought I kind of
P-E-Y-C-H-A-U-D-S. Péchaud. And two of our watchers called it out. Scott Maloney and Brian Harvard. And Scott beat Brian to it. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Yes. All right. So you're adding your bourbon.
Yeah, I didn't get to chill it because I didn't want to bring ice over here. So whoops. Now the last element is a slice of lemon peel.
Mm-hmm.
This
what are you using instead?
This is the only lemon I could find in my house.
That is a kiwi.
That's an etrog that died.
I wish you could feel what it feels like to squeeze it. I don't go shopping often because, you know, quarantine. And so this was like, let's just pretend it's like in there. I don't even want to open this. I don't want to know what it looks like. So
Is that I'm sorry. Is that a rotten lemon or is it a kiwi?
you know what? Let's cut it open and find out. I really didn't want to do this. But
Is it fuzzy or just mushy?
no, it's just really brown and mushy. Luckily,
Oh my god,
craft
it's a bad
station
lemon.
is right
You got
here.
a bad lemon. Oh my god.
Here,
Oh
There's
my
a razor
god.
blade.
general, but you got a bad thing of a bad thing.
Oh, sweet baby Yoda.
My goodness,
I'm
it's,
gonna
it's
go
like
ahead
you've
and
got a car where they've been using urine for antifreeze. It's that kind of lemon.
More badass to cut
Oh no.
razor blade.
No.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, it's getting
Oh
worse.
no. Oh, it's brown inside.
You have released all of the demons of Hades into the world.
You need to go back. Oh! Oh my god, why? Why? Why?
okay.
Oh, you need to go back to the grocery store with that. Oh my god.
Let
That's
me put it
terrible.
Are you sure it's a lemon and not some weird exotic fruit we haven't heard of?
Ew.
Other people in the feed are saying it looks a bit like an orange, actually, like a type of orange.
It used to be a lemon. It juiced on me.
Oh, oh, oh my god.
Okay.
Why?
Oh no.
No! Oh! Oh!
It's just
I do-
unceremoniously floating.
Please don't drink that. I fear for your health. No.
I'm gonna do it. You know I'm gonna do it. You know I'm
I
gonna
will-
do it.
I will
All right.
cut the camera away so we don't see you.
Cheers.
No, I want to see this.
Cheers to the atrocity that is the LARPed Sazerac.
Oh my gosh. Oh, cheers. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
that's gorgeous.
Oh my
That's,
gosh.
That excites me in ways you don't want to know about.
I feel very
Oh.
classy right now. I
Oh,
just want
you-
everyone to know.
You're
so classic.
at 3 a.m.
Well-
on the internet sort of way.
Friends, let us raise our glasses and have a toast to this faux Sazerac. All right. So, a toast.
Toast.
A toast.
All right. To
No.
Sazeracs, be you real or fake, be you genuine or faux, so that you know.
I get it.
Definitely.
Yeah, yes. So that you know, regardless of the peel, Kitty's gonna drink you, don't you know? Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my god.
Antoine Pachot is rolling over in his grave right now.
Or is he saluting your ingenuity? But let us pause for just a moment and make sure you send some love Kitty Kaos's way. Go to paypal.me/Kitty Chaos Show. Paypal.me/Kitty Chaos Show. Kitty and Chaos are both spelled with K's. So KITTYKAOS Show. Go show her some love, your nickels and dimes, lords and ladies. But first, before we do anything else, we're going to need to pay some bills. Yes, we have a sponsor here on Shakespeare Shameless Self-Promotion Happy Hour. Oh, yes, we do. And that is Hill Storage and Rigging Company. Hill Storage and Rigging Company in Middletown, PA. No job too large or too small. Hill Storage and Rigging Company, you can find them at hillrigging.com. Call them at area code 717-944-7676. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing your equipment is in skilled and experienced hands with services from our machine movers and erectors in Middletown, PA. Established in 1967, Hill Storage and Rigging Company is a family-owned and operated full-service millwright serving industries in the Mid-Atlantic states and beyond. They are a woman-owned small business. Hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Available Saturdays and Sundays by appointment only. Hill Storage and Rigging Company. No job too large or too small. Call us 717-944-7676. That number again is 717-944-7676. hillrigging.com. Thank you, Hill Rigging, for sponsoring the show. And if you would like to sponsor the show, you can email me, Shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. That is Shakespeare@shakespeareapproves.com. And Michaela Canode, friend of the show, we need to get her on here at some point. Michaela said that had her own toast. So, friends, I'd like to bring you all back in for another toast from Michaela. Yes, she says a toast to virgins. Thanks for effing nothing. Yes, I should have read the entire thing. I only saw a toast before I started reading aloud. So there is that. Yes, the show is PG, not PG. The show is PG, not PG-13, so we do not get away with one of the F-bombs. But that being said, drunk and disorderly, are you?
Right.
You seem to be a little disorderly right now. Are you feeling drunk yet?
Not yet. And we started
All
before
right.
you did.
Oh, that's a good
You
point.
have to develop a tolerance. It's a double-edged sword.
Well-
It really is.
Well, as we are nearing our second half hour, do you wish to begin a song?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Excellent. Take us into another track. Ladies and gentlemen,
Indeed.
friends
So,
of all ages,
do you want
gentles.
do you want to go?
While they're figuring it out, gentles, non-binary friends, everyone enjoying the show, please enjoy the dulcet tones of Drunk and Disorderly and show them some love.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Give me a thumbs up.
I think we're good.
We're good.
I think we're good.
We are good. Fabulous.
You are good.
So original. We're gonna go with capo 3, which is to say C minor. Lords and ladies, I have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
Oh, by the way, this is how it works every now and then. I confess things when I do, I announce it. When I announce it, I greatly appreciate it. People could just point at me and shout, "Confess thou sinner." You can pretend we're in the same room and the plague isn't happening. Lords and ladies, I have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
Confess
Very
thou
much. My
sinner!
confession is that I am a cunning linguist, and I learned a song in Greek, and then I realized that nobody there speaks Greek. So instead, I realized I had two options. One option was moving to Greece, and the other option was writing an English version. So I wrote an English version. It goes something like this. Across the sea we're sailing, and now the winds are failing. Become alone adrift without a chance. Our heading can't be right, who's messing with the light? Now all that's left to do is drink and dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of whiskey, and the waves are getting risky. The compass needle spins around and round, and no land can be found. The rudder of a ship has shattered, the sail is torn and it's tattered. We may never make it home, I think, but at least there's what to drink. Hey, hey, hey! Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol is free. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol is free. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol is free. Alcohol is free. Alcohol is free. The captain mast is swinging. As for us, our ears are ringing from the sound of sirens singing on the home. We don't even have oars for rowing, and with the whiskey's flowing, we don't have a way of knowing if we'll ever get home. The sea was sailing. Now the winds are failing. Come alone a trip without a chance. Our heading can't be right. We're pressing with the light. Now all that's left to do is drink and dance. Now in Greek, mas drink and drikenia. This is King Natia. Poria matravan stanika. Salatos na miro. Now we're pressing with the luna. Si pori masravaya gremena. And table. Let's get up now. Now we're able to raise and the pundits fall as the landlord yells last call. Our whiskey ocean was a vision, a pound of our poor decision. Tomorrow we will take the trip again and hope it never ends. Alcohol, alcohol, alcohol is free. Alcohol, Alcohol is free. 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 Hey!
Huzzah! Well done, my friends. Well done. Oh, goodness gracious. That was amazing. One of my most favorite songs to hear at a Renaissance festival. Well done. And hopefully we'll all be able to start going back to them in the fall. So that would be grand. And it looks like the audiences are loving it as well over there on Facebook. Yes, everyone is having a grand time. So to recap who we are with here today, we have the Dame of Danger, Kitty Kaos. And she is making us some drinks. She made us a really weird...
I don't know why I keep drinking it.
You're actually drinking
I'm still drinking. My stomach is making
obligated.
a weird sound. I should probably stop drinking it.
Yeah, maybe. And we have Foxy Bard and Twig over there. They are drunk and disorderly. And you can follow them on all the things as well. Kitty Chaos, people can find you on Facebook, Kitty Chaos Show, I believe. As well as you have the Instagram and Twitter. Foxy and Twig, you have Drunk and Disorderly on all the places as well.
We have Drunk Disorderly. Right, that's the Facebook thing, right?
It's Drunk and Disorderly Music.
It's Drunk Disorderly Music, right?
With an N.
Just an N. Drunk Disorderly Music on Facebook. Also the Foxy Bard. Also the Foxy Bard on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter? No, I'm not on Twitter.
No. All right. Well, do me a favor, both of you. I should have said this before the show. And friends at home, you're seeing a little bit of how the sausage is made right now. Send me messages with your various links real quick. I'll throw them all into the show comments here before I go to bed tonight, just so everybody can click on all of your particulars, get more fans, more likes and everything. And everyone at home, please go and follow all of them. Let's see. Scott Maloney has a question for Kitty Chaos. Kitty Chaos, there is a question for you. Oh, my goodness, yes. Scott Maloney says, is Kitty coming to the KC Renfest?
No.
Oh, all right.
It provided everything still continues. I do the St. Louis Renfest, and they collide, so I can never make it. If I had time... I can't remember how they overlap either on the before end or the after end. I have all my fairs start jamming together after July, and I don't really have a lot of in between time. But I would love to pass by and get to visit the KC Renfest, though.
Okay, excellent.
So
Very good.
I'll try to see if I can squeeze that in.
Okay, and one place I can guarantee you will find Kitty, assuming that everything come fall is able to be open and whatnot, we are both appearing at the Louisiana Renaissance Festival. Yes, through November and the beginnings of December, including Black Friday. That is a fun, weird day. I did my first Black Friday down there this year. That was an odd day to have a fair. But it was so neat. People just like massive shopping and whatnot. I thought that was really cool.
I'm like trying to
just like, yeah, it's fun. You're trying to remember. Were you still all logy from the Thanksgiving feast the day before?
Possibly, because I did Thanksgiving with my family that year, and I mean, you know me, so you can imagine what me and like a little tribe of other me's is like when we get together. There's a lot of drinking. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Everything gets really loud and high pitched and drunk. It's just
That sounds. I would love to see that one time. I think that's all I can say.
You know, I'm the tall one. Well, I'm the tall one in my family.
Oh, I need to visit your family. Because I'm taller than you. Right. So that would make me feel like a giant. That's amazing.
You're my goodness gracious. To Thanksgiving at my family's this November. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love that.
I have to stop drinking
this.
You
have to say?
I have to stop drinking this. But I have to make another cocktail.
Put it down.
Do you want to see it? Do you want me to make another one?
Yes. Do you want to do another cocktail right now?
Yeah. Yeah. That
All
way I
right,
can
we're-
stop
we are
drinking
gonna-
that.
All right, we're gonna give Kitty the cocktail screen in just a moment. But also, let us jump over real quick. But while she is prepping that up, I'm gonna just go to split screen here with Drunk and Disorderly.
Hi.
And Foxy and Twig, presupposing that we are able to get back to some sort of level of previous normalcy this fall, where are you going to be?
Well, let's see. We're going to be first place. We're going to be is in Massachusetts Renaissance Fair.
Assuming that happens.
But the first weekend has been cancelled. But the second weekend is still on. Please God.
There's a
So
Massachusetts
that's
Renaissance
first week of
Festival. I
August.
did not
We're
know
gonna be
that.
doing that. Second weekend of August, we're doing the Midsummer, a Midsummer, not the Connecticut Midsummer Fantasy Festival. Different.
Yes.
Summer Solstice Festival, which was originally supposed to be on the summer solstice, but got postponed to the second week of August because of plague. So we're doing that. That's it. That's the Summer Solstice Festival.
And then we're doing,
and then we're going to be at the Sparta Renaissance Fair in North
Very
Jersey.
good, yes.
And after that, everything's still in the works.
Are we not doing that one?
Huh? We might be. We probably are. We
Okay.
definitely, most likely, 99% chance.
And you have
the guy in charge is watching, and I don't want to say absolutely yes if it hasn't happened because I don't want to say something that isn't true and him get annoyed that we've said something true because he's watching us right now. He knows who he is. You know who you are. Actually, you might not,
that's
because
fantastic.
the other guy who's actually doing the thing for you might not have actually told you what is going on because there's nothing to tell yet.
Maybe you should just maybe you
Right
should just
now,
stop
we're
talking
in
right now.
Massachusetts, summer solstice, Sparta, New Jersey. That's what we've got coming up.
All right, and you also provide a lot of online content.
Right.
When is your next online show that you're doing?
All right, so we're going to be doing an online show Saturday night. Generally speaking, we
Excellent.
do online shows Saturday and Wednesday nights at 9:00 at me page, the Foxy Bard on Facebook, and
Very good.
I also post videos on YouTube on a semi-weekly basis. Big emphasis on the semi part.
So every other week.
Hmm?
Every other week, then.
Yes. Hopefully, a new video will be coming out soon, assuming that I can just make the right deal with the devil. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Sure. Excellent. Well, whilst you are making that deal with the devil, we are going to bring Kitty Kaos back into the show. Kitty Kaos, there she is. And she is going to be making another drink. And here you go, Kitty. Take the screen.
Okay, so we're all familiar with the term quarantini?
Yes.
Everybody, yes?
No.
Okay.
Not yet, but we will be.
Okay, so
I've heard of 'em.
quarantini, basically, as far as I understand it, I actually haven't looked up the definition. I've just seen other people using it. But I think it basically means some concoction based off of whatever you have in the house because you're not leaving your house.
So you have your
So-
own quarantine.
Yeah. So
right.
I
love that. You're just like so exasperated that I interrupted. Yeah.
So before I went digging and found all the other things, like some of my Sazerac ingredients, the Fozerac, what are we calling it? What did we decide it was? LARP
A Fozerac.
Sazerac.
That's
Anyway.
right.
A lopped Sazerac. There we go.
Yeah. So I was like, all I have is White Claw and rum. So we're going to start there. We're going to start with White Claw and rum. I know most people think that White Claw is a drink by itself, but oh my God, have you ever tried to catch a buzz off of one of those? It doesn't work. You have to like supplement it. So we're going to start with White Claw. The flavors that I have left are raspberry and black cherry, which are the
Excellent.
two grossest flavors, and that's why they're the ones that are left.
Yes, that's the ones I always see at the store.
That makes sense. I would go with black cherry, I guess, because I think it might be less gross than raspberry. I don't know. And this is the other cocktail making glass that I
Oh my!
found.
You brought a fishbowl. Oh right.
So this might be a mistake,
Oh.
but we're gonna do
Oh,
it anyway.
Oh,
So
or
we're
is it the
gonna
greatest thing ever?
just go put a little there. That's
Oh,
probably
Lord.
enough to start. And then
Wait, what is the brand name of that thing?
this.
No, the liquid you just put in there.
Oh, it's White Claw. It doesn't matter what kind you use.
It's an
There's
alcoholic
only-
seltzer.
All right, for a minute I thought it said white clam and it reminded me of an X.
Okay. Yeah,
Gee.
no. I really need an edit switch on you.
Rum, obviously, because we're working with what we got. All right, that's probably good. And then, I mean, honestly, I want to put more Red Bull in it, but I want to try something else first. So I have these little flowers that are meant to be brewed like tea. And I don't know if it's going to work with the water not being hot and the water being
This is science
really
happening in front of you, people.
alcoholic and carbonated. So I don't know if it's going to work, but they turn the water a really pretty blue color. So I'm going to just put them in there and see what happens. I might need to be hot for it to work. This is going to be really anticlimactic. I'm sorry, guys. I just kind of like thought of this at the last second. All right. Well, we'll let them sit in there and see if they decide to change. And
you're either going to need to boil it or add vinegar. Oh,
Don't
no,
add vinegar.
The vinegar's all the way over there. But I'm going to put some Red Bull in it too, just for good measure. Okay.
That'll work.
Oh my god.
What are we going to call this? So it's Red Bull.
I've named it. Look at your screen. Look at your
Kitty's
screen.
Quarantini with a K.
That's right.
Listen, whatever you do, don't call it by my full name with that. Just one of my names. Don't add all three.
No.
Ever.
No.
That's why my Etsy store is Kitty Kaos Creations with a C.
All right.
Yes, of course.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry. That took me way too long to figure out.
Yeah.
So Jacqueline Dwyer had a question for you, by the way, Kitty. Are you wearing a guillotine on your necklace?
I am. Yeah, this is a laser cut wooden guillotine. I just feel like it's appropriate.
I feel like
Indeed.
you're a person from an alternate dimension in which Jesus lived during the late 1700s in France.
It's a hot take.
Oh, right. That is a hot take. Yeah, indeed. All right. Oh, my goodness gracious. But
I haven't tasted it yet. I have to taste it.
Oh, taste it. Taste it. Yes,
we need to find out the verdict. Okay, so it's we've got Red Bull, rum, White Claw, Black Cherry White Claw, and some plant garbage that I just threw in there. It smells great.
Good.
That's somehow worse than the LARP Sazerac.
All right, there we go. All right, in that case, I think we should call it. I think we should call this drink Bull Claws.
There we go.
Oh my goodness gracious! Now, before we go into our next, possibly final song here for tonight, Kitty, you've been watching Star Trek Picard.
I have. I finally got on. Finally did it.
All right, and where are you in the show?
I think episode 6 or 7.
Oh, you're getting towards the end there.
Yeah.
So you're right. Oh, so you've seen Riker and Troy.
Oh no. They're on the next episode.
Oh my gosh, you're in for such a treat. It is one.
Yeah.
So that episode coming up for you, for me, was one of my favorite. I've seen that episode probably 3 times now. Is one of my favorite episodes of Star Trek I have ever seen. Period.
Is it basically just the fulfillment of all of your teenage boyhood dreams?
Old Riker is what he dreamed about when he was a kid.
Yeah, because old Riker, 60-year-old Riker is what I want in my life. No, what is what I wanted in my life when I was 13 and Star Trek: The Next Generation ended.
Hey, I don't think
what? Stop. No, I'm just saying it is one of the best written, best acted character pieces in Star Trek that we've seen amongst any of the series, and it's just a wonderful episode. I wish they had made that episode 2 parts and just spent more time with the Riker family. Oh my gosh, it is so wonderful. I loved it.
So I'm really looking forward to watching that one, and obviously I love it. I'm like, thank God finally they set one in the freaking future. I mean, they're all set in the future, but
instead of being another prequel.
Yeah, after Voyager ended, they're like, oh, there's another Star Trek. Guess what? It takes place in the past. And then, 10 or 20 years or however many years freaking went by, and Discovery comes out, and it's like, oh, it's also in the past. Just less paster, but still, like, tell us what happens after. Like, all kinds of stuff is going on. Like, and that was one of the things before I saw the show. I was like, I want to know what's up with the Romulans. And then, well, they're telling you, not what I was expecting.
No. I mean, and I have issues with Picard, but by and large, it was.
Let's get into some of them because.
Oh, Kitty, you are totally going to have to be a part of our Thursday show that is starting this coming Thursday with one of our viewers of the show right now, yesterday's guest, Brian Harvard. We're restarting our podcast that we haven't done in about a year called Talking Trek. It's coming back, but we're doing it as a daily show, or rather a weekly show right here on Facebook and YouTube. Talking Trek. And we are going to get into everything we loved about Picard, our issues with it, but also Discovery and all the other Treks as well. And I, by and large, liked Picard. I thought it was a reasonably strong first season. But that being said, I have issues with it. And oh my goodness. Foxy and Twig, are you part of this Picard conversation?
Not entirely. We have not seen Picard yet. We have been catching up and re-binging. For her, binging initially, and for me, re-binging Next Generation.
All right. There are so many spoilers in this. You might want to mute me.
Yeah.
You might want to mute us for like the next 5 minutes. I'm just gonna make it a split screen between me and Kitty at the moment. All right. So, Kitty.
Oh God.
All right.
Where
It's
do
just
I
you and
start?
me. It's just you and me in the audience. Yeah. All right.
Where do we
Here
start?
we go.
Okay. I'm just gonna throw one out there. She calls him JL.
Oh, you don't like that?
Oh, I hate it. Like,
I genuinely hated it back in the Next Generation show and also in the movies. Whenever anyone would refer to him as Jean-Luc just by itself, that always made me feel weird.
Really?
So any nickname for him, except for when he was recently graduated from the academy. Remember when we saw the episode where he lost his heart and everything, and the other cadet or other ensigns were calling him Johnny.
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah. That was the only nickname for him. That was the only nickname for him I didn't mind, and that's only because he was like 22 years old.
Yeah, and
it's
also
like the only time Jean-Luc Picard gets a nickname.
Because the girl who played his counterpart, she had that like 40s look and like the way that she talked, like 30s and 40s. She was like, "Oh, Johnny," it was perfect. So.
I know, and that was fantastic. Of like, everything old is new again, and let's also bring back hairstyles from the 1930s and 40s. It's like, yeah, why not? I mean, like, who knows what they're going to be thinking? Like, the 70s might look amazing 100 years from now. Who knows?
But the main reason I don't like JL is because it's such a trope that shows will do to establish, like, they're good friends. And you can tell because he calls her by these initials. Or she calls him by these initials. And it's like, it's so cheesy. And also J and L are terrible initials for a nickname. And
indeed,
they show us their friendship through their acting. Like, I don't need the ham-fisted shoved in there nickname that I don't like.
Because and that was a thing from the writers. However, because she leaned into it so much, by the end of the season, it didn't bug me as much.
Yeah.
It still bugs me, just not as bad.
As soon as they got onto a ship, everything started to be a little bit better because it was feeling very much like a TV drama, like CSI or something, and that's not my jam.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, this isn't. But I understand why they had to do it. They've woven this huge story, and you have to have the information. But
I wish that they would have brought the Romulans who live with him in France to space. I wish they had just come along because I adored both of them in their 2 or 3 episodes. I thought those two were fantastic. And having an Irish, like just her accent, just so very Irish,
Yeah,
Talia
Irish
agent,
Ramen.
I'm like, well, and she's like, well, that's just great.
Mhm.
And their give and take with him felt so very natural. Whereas with Raffi, you're right, it felt forced. It felt very, look how good, as you said, look how great friends they are. And for them, it just felt very natural. And I don't know what the difference was. Maybe it was just the whole lack of a JL thing. But
Yeah. Another thing that I don't need is Cersei and Jaime Lannister.
yeah, oh no,
Like we did that.
oh,
We did that with Game of Thrones. It was great.
yeah,
Just because Game of Thrones was so successful doesn't mean you need to throw that into the plot too. Like
yeah.
and her whole character sucks. And
there were two moments I liked her. They were very far apart. One was right as they were introducing her, like with Commodore O and everything, and then jumping forward towards. Well, you haven't reached there yet. There will be a flashback scene to start off an episode featuring Commodore O and her, and then seeing her relation to a few of the other Romulans. Those scenes showing her depth of character, I liked, but then that depth wasn't in the rest of her performance, and that bothered me a lot. So I'm just like, no. And she was such a cardboard cutout villain.
Yeah, and I have no problem with incestuous relationships.
Wow. Okay. All right. Good to know.
As part of media, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You know what? No. It came out of your mouth.
Right with it. Don't even act like it's not. But
no. It came out of your mouth. It's there. This is the thing that happened.
Anyway, but it just doesn't feel necessary. Like I don't want it. I don't need it. It's already a little too sexy. Like I don't want to watch people. Oh, I almost said. I don't want to watch people making love in Star Trek. That's not what I came here for. That's why I watch Game of Thrones. Like,
so you want that? So you weren't all about it for Kirk and the Green Alien women occasionally?
I mean, a little bit. Let's save the original series for another episode because that'll take us.
Yeah. Well, there's so much.
But like full on,
so
like they are blanking now, like, and we're watching it. Like, I don't know.
Paolo is saying to you though.
Can we get back to space battles and stuff? Oh, Paolo.
Our mutual friend Paolo is saying to you that saying JL is just as hard as saying Jean-Luc.
I don't mind Jean-Luc. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it from 30 years of watching Next Generation multiple times. I'm just used to it. Like Jean-Luc is his name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm good with French names.
Fine. So here's the thing that makes one thought, and then we're gonna have to wrap this portion up and get over back to Drunk and Disorderly. Is one thought on Jean-Luc is there was this old Taster's Choice commercial Taster's Choice coffee from years ago, of like international blends or something. It's like with these two white women hanging out, just drinking coffee, like, oh, do you know what this coffee reminds me of? Like, oh yes, that time in Paris at that cafe. What was the waiter's name? Jean-Luc. And they both say it in sequence, and that commercial came out around the same time as Next Generation was becoming huge, and so Jean-Luc Picard, when he's just like if you say the whole name together, Jean-Luc Picard, I'm fine with it. But when you just call him Jean-Luc, it's just like I have that commercial immediately in his head. Yeah. So that's what I
do remember that when I was younger. Like Jean-Luc Picard doesn't sound as weird as just Jean-Luc. Like when Beverly is like Jean-Luc. Yeah.
She's the only one allowed to call it. That and his brother.
Some people, a few other people do.
Nope.
But
Riker calling him Jean-Luc in a handful of episodes? No. Stop it.
There's a lot of like admirals and stuff, like people on the Horn from Starfleet would call him Jean-Luc sometimes.
That is a trope I hate in Star Trek. Admirals having the assumed familiarity with you, or anybody of a higher rank referring to anybody of lower rank by first name. Like, no, don't do that. And they do it all the time to Geordie. It's just like, what do you call Geordie LaForge? Most people just call him Geordie. You don't call him LaForge. But Will Riker, it's always Will Riker or Riker. You never just call him Will, except for Deanna. Deanna
Oh my
and
God,
Picard
don't
called
say
him
it. She
Will.
called him Bill in like the first
It
season.
was a
few
weird.
times.
That was
I
like
hated it.
only 2 times it happened. It's just like,
Yeah.
no, he's not a Bill. He's a
Oh.
Will Riker.
You know who else called him Jean-Luc?
Who?
Oh God, I can only think of Majel Barrett. Why can't I think of her name?
Well, Q. Q calls him Jean-Luc all the time. Mon Capitaine Jean-Luc.
Yeah, but
Q.
no. See, this is what the Sazerac and the rum has done to me. I can remember Majel Barrett, but I can't remember Deanna Troy's mom.
Loxana.
Loxana. Why? Why
Oh,
did I not remember that
Jean-Luc.
name? I don't
Such
know. I guess
naughty
we're grateful.
thoughts.
She called
She's
him
allowed
Jean-Luc.
because she's
Jean-Luc.
allowed because she's outrageous.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, because
I love her.
Loxana Troy is
I'm a
so
girl
very
for beating her.
extra. Yeah, and the whole Deanna Troy accent thing of like, maybe all Betazoids have this accent. All right, cool. And then Loxana very much doesn't. It's like, all right. And then, well, maybe Troy's father had this accent. And then you finally meet him in a flashback or a holograph or something, and he also is just pure American. You're like, all right, all right, cool. No one back to play. No one ever back to play. But, oh my gosh, Kitty Chaos, you're going to have to come on for some Talking Trek at some point. On Thursdays, coming up, 3:30, same time slot as Shakespeare's Coffee Break, 3:35 Thursdays with my wonderful and delightful co-host, Brian Harvard. That was some wonderful Picard talk we had there. But let's bring Drunk and Disorderly back to the stream. Hello, Drunk and Disorderly.
I got to unmute.
Drunk and Disorderly, hello.
Am I back?
Hello.
Are we not talking
Yes.
Picard anymore?
We are not talking Picard anymore. We took
Good,
you out.
that's spoilers.
Yay!
Excellent. And it was mostly us griping about stuff. But,
We praised it a little. We praised it a little.
yes.
Oh,
and
Q.
Susan
We didn't
Hill
even
also.
talk about Q. I'm sorry. We'll do it another time.
Hugh or Q? Hugh or
Q.
Q?
Q.
Q.
Yes, we didn't talk about Hugh. We'll get
You know,
into
the guy
it. We'll
with
get
all the
into it.
costumes.
Also,
I envy
uh,
Q's costume wardrobe.
yeah,
He's got
as
the
you
best
should.
costume.
As you should. But drunk and disorderly, how
Aye.
about you give us one more tune and then we'll have a final toast.
One more tune. I think we can do that. Side note, I remembered something, another fair that we're doing. We're going to be doing the Mythical and Medieval Festival in South Carolina.
Yes.
And I think that is the
Excellent.
only one I can
Wonderful.
think of that will definitely not get cancelled, because that's not till November?
Well, now that you said it,
I didn't mean to say it.
Don't jinx things. You
It's
just
gonna get
jinx things. You just jinx things, Foxy.
I know.
All right.
I know. All right, let's sing a song. Lords and ladies, I have a confession to make.
confess thou sinner.
Thank
Confess
you very
thou
much. And
sinner.
that confession is that even though we work at Renaissance fairs, the sad truth of the matter is that most of the songs that you hear at the Renaissance fairs are not from the Renaissance at all. Most of them are 19th century.
Yes.
And you don't know the difference.
And you usually don't, so it's a fair bet.
That being said, we are some of the few performers in the Ren Fair circuit that actually sing Renaissance songs.
We're special!
I know, it's like us, Harper Minstrel, and Volgamut, and that's like pretty much it. I should know. There's a few more. That was mean. I shouldn't have said that. There are others.
We're intellectuals.
We are very
Thank you very
intellectuals.
much.
We are drunken intellectuals, which is why we sing drinking songs in Latin from the 13th century.
We have degrees.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. We're singing Saturday. Yes. There's a word you're gonna hear a lot in this song. That word is vinum. That's Latin for wine.
Which we don't have any of, so.
No, we do. I'm just saving it for later because I am also of the Hebrew tribe, and so I'm saving it for Shabbos. God, so here we go.
All right.
Pactos tenevenies, ratos atotados, pequenos teraninos, latificados, Cristo vinum bonum vinum generosum, redemptivum cordialem provum animosum. Pathos forte superat, pectora virorum, in amorem consitat animus eorum, istor vinum bonum vinum generosum, redit vinum curialem prom animosum. Pathos forte superat, pectora virorum, calcimea subditas, aelio Venus, istor vinum bonum vinum generosum, redit vinum curialem prom animosum. Tus venas penetrans, calido licore, fastideas igneas, veneris ardore, istor vinum bonum vinum generosum, redit vinum curialem prom animosum. Actus lenis leniens, curas et dolores, confediocum gaudia, risos et amores, istor vinum bonum vinum generosum, redit vinum curialem prom animosum. Sunt vasa regia, coelos politatum, Jerusalem et regalis, Babylon ditatur. Iustolinum bonum vinum generosum, redit vinum curialem prom animosum. Iustolinum bonum vinum generosum, redit vinum curialem prom animosum. That was fun.
Oh, huzzah! Well done, well done, well done, my friends. Oh, my goodness gracious. They are drunk disorder. You can support them by going to coffee.com/thefoxybard. And also they have several other places you can find them. Facebook.com/thefoxybard, Facebook.com/drunkin with the N, disorderly music, YouTube.com/thefoxybard, and Instagram @thefoxybard. And Kitty Kaos, oh my goodness, people are going to be able to find you everywhere as well. Kitty Kaos I love that. On Instagram. I absolutely adore that. So, friends, I do hope that you enjoyed being here on the Happy Hour and that you come back as well.
Oh, yeah.
No one jump off on me. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so very much, my friends. And remember, throw some money into their digital tip jars. Coffee.com/thefoxybard. That's ko-fi.com/thefoxybard. And for Kitty Kaos, paypal.me/Kitty Kaos Show. Go and support our Happy Hour friends. And let's have one more toast.
Toast.
One more toast. All right. To friendship. Friendship. It's the perfect blendship. When other friendships have been forgot, ours will still be hot. Yada 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 yum. And I see Twig's face recognizing what that was all from. So she's like, I recognize this from childhood. Oh, goodness gracious. So, friends, that is Shakespeare Shameless Promotion Happy Hour. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and this has been my happy hour with my friends, getting to spend some quality time here with them and also with you. And if you've enjoyed the show half as much as I've enjoyed doing it, then I've obviously enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, or a 50, you can be in my next show. Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins, coming up this Wednesday the 13th. Oh, there it is, right there on screen. Julius Caesar, Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins. This Wednesday, March 13th at 7:05 p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube. You can go find the Indiegogo campaign for that and be in that show. But also just watch the show, 7:05 this Wednesday night. And friends, thanks so very much for supporting me. You can go to my coffee account, coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare, and buy me a drink. And for $20, I will write you a sonnet. Yes, so go and do that. Or go and become a recurring patron of the show at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Final thanks, of course, to our sponsor, Hill Storage and Rigging Company. No job too large or too small. Call them at 717-944-7676. 717-944-7676. And at hillrigging.com. Final thanks go out to our guests today, Kitty Kaos and Drunk and Disorderly. Friends, thanks so very much for joining us here. And lords and ladies, as we wrap up the show, the Foxy Bard was kind enough to record a song for me, a track I have started using here at the end of my shows, and I hope that you will indulge me here as I sing it here for you tonight. So, from us to you, good night, my friends. Lay by my side and we'll sail away, off to the shores of another day. All set to go once I hear you say, good night, my friends, until the morning. Up we will float as we close our eyes. Stars all around us like fireflies, just me and you drifting through the skies. Good night, my friends, not a thought, not a care, drifting safe and sound with each other there. And so we'll float on our nighttime ride, cozy and warm on the rolling tide, till we arrive on the morning side, our journey's end. Good night, sleep tight, we're all gonna be alright. Good night, my friends. Good night, friends. I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. We'll see you real soon. Watch Nat 21 Adventures this Sunday night. Bye-bye.